It's Kaapo Kähkönen in goal for the Checkers. On the other side for Providence, they turn to Michael DiPietro. Our centermen step to the logo right at center ice. Our referee joins them. The puck is down, and we are underway here on Wednesday, game number 3 in this Atlantic Division Semifinal. Checkers looking for the puck in the offensive end. It's knocked back out to center. Here's Mike Benning on it. Softly slides over. Trevor Carrick skates in front of his own bench. Ramped off of sticks. Down below the goal line, grabbed here by the Bruins. Scrum for it here at the point. It slips through. Mike Benning will come all the way back into the Checkers defensive end. No icing here. Charlotte plays this one up the wall. They get it towards the blue line. Puljujärvi sauces this one over. Here's Carrick into the zone, left wing side. His shot gloved down by DiPietro. Here's Sordiff, slides this one over to Steves. Drop pass, shot, save DiPietro. Puck is loose, it's tapped up high in the air. Checkers swatting at it, right wing circle. They fan, now it's gonna be taken away. Here's a partial break, into the zone. Poitras, his shot off the pipe and out. Forgive me, that was John Farinacci coming in. And then one game 3. Frederick Brunet out in front, saved by Kähkönen. He shuts the door. Poitras was right there, looking for the redirects. And Kaapo Kähkönen says absolutely not. 13-10 left to go here in the first. Kaapo Kähkönen, a web gem. The Checkers converge on the puck on the wall, and Poitras just slips in behind Trevor Carrick and redirected that shot from the wall. Down into the right wing corner. Mitchell fans on the opportunity. The Checkers get control in the offensive end. Out in front, off the stick of Devine. Rebound chance saved by DiPietro. Out in front again, DiPietro makes another big save. The Checkers getting some quality chances there on a quick strike. To the wall, Puljujärvi. His pass across is blocked off of a body. It will come out to center. Taken away here by Fraser Minton. He's on a partial break. His shot goes wide. Off the end wall, the Checkers collect. They bank off the glass and out to center. Now a 2-on-1 developing. Lockwood, left wing side. His shot. He scores! Will Lockwood blows the roof off the boat. .46 left to go here in the first period, and the Checkers get the all-important first goal of the game. It's Will Lockwood. A 2-on-1 break. He was shooting the whole way. It goes up and over the glove hand of DiPietro. You love to see it. A guy that was named by the locker room as player of the game in game 1. As it's knocked down and taken out to center, Fraser Minton races through the neutral zone, gets around the D-man, cuts out in front, penalty coming here against Charlotte. Puck is loose, they touch up, and we'll get a whistle. Our first on-time electrical penalty kill to follow. 8:53 left to go here in the first period. Checkers with a 1-0 lead, they're gonna go down a man. Has it left wing point, it slips through him. They'll come all the way out to center. The Checkers and Matt Kierstead, the D-man, was racing after that puck. Now Lockwood gets it off a turnover in the offensive end. Lockwood just sauces this one back into his own defensive end. Frederick Brunet with a drop pass back. Now with speed, the Bruins work their way through the neutral zone. They cut in the high slot. Tufte with a shot save. Rebound, they score! A power play strike off the rebound. And the Bruins will even things up. 7:06 left to go. Here in the first, it's 1-1. Riley Tufte, the leading points getter for this Providence Bruins team. He's now got 5 points in 5 games on the postseason. Trying to get this one out of the zone. On second effort they can. They shovel on the backhand. Now with speed, here's Oliver Okuliar. Dangles his way around, gets tripped up. Penalty coming to Providence. So the Checkers will get a cash pop power play. Remember, Providence had the second best penalty killing team in the American Hockey League behind Charlotte this year. Checkers win the draw. They start with possession. Down below the goal line as they play catch. Puljujärvi knocks this one out. Out in front, shot! They score! Rasmus Asplund, 10 seconds into the power play, and it's a 2-1 game. That's what I'm talking about. Rasmus Asplin's first goal of the postseason. 4:56 left to go here in the first. And it's 2-1 Charlotte. Bjornfoot locks his stick, he gets it back out into the high slot shot, blocked down, Will Lockwood dropping to a knee. Checkers get their man back, Hovorka throws a shoulder, puck is tied up in the high slot, Brown with a shot, tipped out in front, they score, no, it's immediately waved off, hit with a high stick. Hit with a high stick, absolutely. 10:08 left to go here in the first. Let's see if they go look at this. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to have to really explain. It was hit with a high stick. They're not even going to go look at it. Those of you watching on AHL TV, you can see, I mean, he was holding the butt end of his stick and it was hit off of his heel. Backhand chance from Puljujarvi off the outside of the net, taken by Will Lockwood. Lockwood out in front, shot, save! DiPietro coming over to his left. He shuts the door on Jesse Puljujarvi right there from the base of the right wing circle. Knocked off of sticks, Matt Kiersted gets control in his own defensive end and then is slammed hard into the boards and he's down. That's gonna start a little bit of a scrum here. Patrick Brown getting into it. There's a couple of checkers out in front, linesman John Leonard is tied up. Tobias Bjornfoot, Vinny Lettieri is there. Remember, Lettieri and Justin Sordiff each took penalties at the end of game 2, which at the very end of game 2 after the horn had sounded. And it looks like we're going to get some penalties here. Matt Kiersted is slow to get up as he's down behind the goal line. And now more pushing and shoving as Lettieri doesn't want to leave. So John Leonard is having a mouthful at our referee, Casey Terreri, on his way to the box. Let's see what ends up shaking out of all this. I see one Bruin in the box, Jeffrey Viel. Now they're talking this through, and after their explanation, it looks like it's going to be 5-on-5. I think these are going to be coincidental minors. At least that was the hand signal that I kind of saw. I think we're going to see some coincidental roughings. We'll keep an eye on Matt Kiersted. He got back up to his feet. He seems fine. He's actually standing on the ice in front of the bench, looking like he's ready to take another shift. And that's exactly what they're going to do. We've got 2 minutes on the board for VL, 2 minutes on the board for Leonard. So coincidental minors, we're going to play 5-on-5 hockey. And now drop back as Providence works out of their own end. They speed through the neutral zone. Left wing side, Tufte glove save by Kakkonen. Long range shot, which he just followed right into the left hand. Rebound comes out to the high slot, gathered up by Benning. Over to Skoog, one-timer save! DiPietro sliding over to his left, he shuts the door. 14:28 left to go here in the second period. 2-1, Charlotte with the lead. Michael DiPietro making his 17th save of the game there off a good chance. Charlotte is throwing things on the netminder, looking for the rebound. We saw Sordiff do it just moments ago. They're not afraid to throw it off a one-timer either. Thrown into the left wing corner boards. Grabbed back by Brunet, left wing point shot out in front, they score! The puck was tipped in the high slot, rolls over to the right wing side, and it's Riley Tufte again. His second goal of the game, his second power play goal of the game, and we are all even at 2. Tufte's 4th of the season, and boy, that was bad luck for Charlotte. It was a hard pass into the high slot that ricocheted off the intended target's stick, but slowed it down just enough to land onto the twig of Tufte, who beat Kokkonen. Off the face-off, the Checkers win this one back to the blue line. Over to Benning with a rip save, DiPietro. Rebound is still loose, and finally we'll get a whistle and the cover. 1:30 left to go on the Cash Pop power play. 5:30 remaining here in the second period. A good look there from Charlotte. DiPietro shutting the door, coming over to his right. Carrick with his head up, finds his man Lockwood. He speeds into the offensive end. Lockwood cuts out in front, shot, glove save. DiPietro, he hangs on. Great moves there by Will Lockwood to just cut out in front, but DiPietro shuts the door with the left hand. 4:14 left to go here in the second. 13 seconds remaining on the penalty to Oliver Wahlstrom, as Lockwood just worked his way around the defenseman. That was Ian Mitchell who got worked over, but DiPietro bailing out his D-man. Comes out. Bjornfoot manages to keep the zone. 39 seconds left to go. Criscolo with a shot saved by DiPietro. He hangs on. CJ Smith got a piece of that at the base of the right wing circle. Didn't change direction on it too much. DiPietro able to track it down. He walks away with it. It's immediately knocked right back into the corner. 20 seconds, sort of has it into the high slot. He had Benning cutting, but the pass was behind him. Off the wall, the Checkers can keep the zone. Here's Criscolo. His dump in is blocked down. Now played out to center. Out of the box is VL, left wing side, centering feed. They score! The Checkers lose VL out of the box, and it's going to be tapped home by Pitlick, and it's a 3-2 Providence game. This is the first lead of the series for the Providence Bruins here in game number 3. Tyler Pitlick off the 2-on-1, his first goal of the postseason. Jeffrey VL, fresh out of the box, managed to bring it up the left wing wall and find Pitlick cutting. Kokkonen with it here. There's a big collision back behind the play. The Checkers can't work this one out. It's turned over. Out in front, VL with a shot. That one sails up and over the crossbar. Providence is coming out swinging right now as we've got a penalty coming. And now some more as there's a little bit of a scrum here at the Beauplex. So let's see, I think there was a penalty on the initial hit, and I don't know if there's going to be anything ensuing after that. They are escorting Vinny Lettieri to the box. Bodies come tumbling down. Okuliar tripping over a man. And once again, the Checkers can knock this one out to the point. Here's Benning into the high slot, shot, glove save! DiPietro falling down to his backside. Makes a huge stop. 7:15 left to go here in the third, keeping Providence out in front by a goal. What a fantastic save there from Michael DiPietro. Brett Shorsky from the high slot ripping it in on goal. DiPietro with a fantastic save with the leather. And the Checkers can start from out of their own end. Here they come through the neutral zone. Long feed, misses the mark. They say icing, but Rasmus Asplund was 10 feet ahead of the nearest guy. What a terrible whistle. Oh, that's a tough break. Chips it out to center. Lockwood with a drop pass. It's loose at the logo. Criscolo bumped off, taken by Fraser Minton. Minton into the zone, sauces over. This one's off the pipe and out. The Checkers dodge a bullet there. Hey, we got a clean face-off. And it's won cleanly by Providence. Now tied up out in front. Chip shot, save DiPietro. 9 seconds left to go. Checkers back to the point. Shoveled into the end wall. Checkers play out into the slot. Nobody there. Minton will just clear the zone. And we're coming back Friday night as Providence takes game number 3. Final score 3-2.